J&J in the morning. Man, I had to interrupt the Juneteenth celebration for this one, man. OhGeesy is in the building. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm happy to be here, man.
Man, you got a chance to chop it up with them already in LA, but I hear such great things. They're talking about how humble you are.
I appreciate it.
And I love being able to interview someone I can talk to. Just coming in the room. You weren't on any kind of funny time, man. You're just you're a laid back kind of guy, but you got fire coming right now,
I'm just a chill guy, man.
I'm just a chill guy.
I do got some fire coming up.
Hey, man. Well, let's talk about it. I want to be very honest. I'm from Ohio. Okay. So I feel like I came to the West Coast at the perfect time because I feel like the West Coast vibe is up right now. Yeah. I mean, I know you've been saying that LA is up, West Coast is up.
West Coast always been up. You just gotta be there.
Like,
you just gotta be there to know.
It's interesting because I got to see you perform at Coachella, and you're like, hey, let's do some old school shit.
And then you seen I brought out all the West Coast homies.
Absolutely.
And then you felt the vibe too.
I did, but I'm like, man, when he performed on this old school shit, I'm like, I wasn't around. I was on the East Coast at that time, so I wasn't here for that moment. But I'm like seeing the fans react to all this shit.
You just gotta experience it.
Yeah, man. But at the time right now where I feel like the entire world is paying attention to the West Coast, what does that mean to you? Someone that's been, grinding and putting on for the West such a long time.
I don't know. I feel like my fan base is like a cult following. So they've always been paying attention to me.
For sure.
They never not paid attention to me. So like, I don't care if people paying attention or not. I'm gonna do me. You feel me?
Absolutely. Is it important to you though to become this? I mean, because I already know you got fans on other parts of the country, but to be that household name that I feel like you're getting that recognition. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the West Coast anymore. Yeah, people are talking about you in other parts of the country. Is that something that I imagine you probably dreamed of since you was coming up?
Not really. Like that's not nothing I'd ever like. I don't like fame like that.
Okay.
Like I like money.
Oh, talk about it.
Yeah. So I mean, if the money come with it, it's cool. You feel me?
For sure.
I'd rather be less
I'd rather be rich than famous.
Yeah, no cap.
Haven't you said something like that before?
I say that all the time.
No
I like money. I just don't like to be known. I'm very private.
Yeah, no cap.
One thing I resonated with, man, is you're a father. I was thinking on the way here, I'm like, man, I interrupted my family time because I wanted to come and be a part of this moment. But
I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. But for you,
I appreciate that because every time someone come around, I be like, nah, I want my kid.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Your kid, what, 5?
Yeah, he's 6 now.
6 now. Yeah. So, being a dad, how has that changed the way that you move, or if it has?
It made me like, now I got to think about every decision I make. I got to think about like my son's well-being and my son's future. So I can't just act on like if I'm like, you feel me? If I'm mad or something, I can't
like emotion.
Yeah, I just can't. I got to really reflect on things before I make a decision.
Is that the reason why you're giving up women and cars? Because we talked about that before we started.
No women, no cars. I want to cleanse.
But technically, there's no carbs in tequila. Is there? You know what I'm saying? Like a straight tequila shot. I got no carbs.
Nah, man, that leads to fast food and carbs. That leads to all that shit.
So a diet. You're on a diet right now?
Yeah.
How long you been on it?
Well, I mean, I be cleansing like all the time. I started. I could cuss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can cuss. Yeah.
I started fucking up for Coachella. I went on like a 3-week bender for Coachella.
During that 2-day weekend?
Yeah,
2-week weekend?
Yeah, that's exactly why I don't drink or I'm not trying to like partake because I just go crazy.
Yeah, because then it never ends.
Yeah, I don't know how to act.
Is that like kind of important to you, like your image, like your outside image? Is that why you're doing the diet
100%,
thing?
100%.
So is that...
Not even just my outside image, just about how it makes me feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think I can definitely reflect on this because we were just talking about, I DJ a lot, every single week, sometimes multiple nights a week. And
you be drinking?
Oh, he be
drinking.
And it's like it's not even like a small sip. He's like fucked up at the
I drink a whole bottle. Like that's on. I'm like, and I still go. Like I don't stop. I don't pass out. Nothing. I'm just like keep going.
Man, there's many nights where what I'm saying. Like this, I had my first blackout since I started DJing at this club, and it hit me like, bro, like. I do the morning show on this radio station. If I go out there and act the fool, that reflects on my team. That reflects on the radio station. 100%. So I recently was like, bro, I gotta like get it together. Yeah. Have you had a moment like that, bro, where you're like the next day?
Thousands of moments.
But do you have a team around you that tries to tell you don't do it, or they just let you kind of do your thing?
Nah, everybody would try to tell me don't do it, but I mean, I'm not gonna listen to nobody.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna do me.
Yeah, I'm gonna do me.
But
that's why I gotta check myself. That's
right.
Yeah.
What's like a blackout moment that you've had that like you still remember? You're like, damn, this should have not happened.
And where was it?
I don't know. I've been through a lot of shit.
A lot of it.
What's just like a crazy moment that you've had though? Like when you've been like on a bender and you're like, oops.
I don't know. I'm thinking about like crazy like street shit. So I don't even want to like.
Oh yeah, okay,
When you're doing your shows, do you like to drink or do you like to be sober? Does it kind of get you in the mood?
I do a lot of shows sober.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like if I'm at the club, I might drink a little bit because the club, like, it's not necessarily everybody's not there for me.
For sure.
So I gotta like put on the best performance. But if I'm at a show, my show, I'm gonna be sober because I know every single person there is for me.
Yeah.
So I got control.
And
of
then
the
you
whole
also
place.
have control of the atmosphere. Yeah.
What is on your rider? You know what I'm saying? I've booked a lot of artists before being like the promoter.
The only thing I can think of is hot Cheetos.
Really?
Please.
But I gotta stop eating hot Cheetos.
Well, I'm about to say, wait a minute, there the cars go right there. So what are you eating right now then? If you're trying to cut back on
shit,
the
just
carbs.
like grilled chicken and rice.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
so fire.
it right
literally
now.
what I do.
Yeah.
Bro, since Who Wants to Smoke Fest, I've lost like 15 pounds already. And it's literally just been chicken and rice.
So what be fucking me up a lot of soda too. I love soda.
Oh, okay.
Sugar, soda, all that shit.
You gotta do sugar free.
Yeah,
It's
I
hard.
gotta cut that shit out. It's hard for real.
It's tough.
That's the one thing I won't give up is my hot Cheetos though.
Really?
You gotta give them up. They
mean
just
hot
came out
Cheetos?
with a whole new article. Like they're super. We knew they bad. But
They're
they
bad,
just came out with an article like, no, you're gonna die.
You're gonna die.
Gonna die. Hey, bro, I'm trying to talk to my fiance.
I bring my chamoy bottle in here like at 5 in the morning. I'm like, hot Cheetos and chamoy.
Hey man, how do you make time as a dad? You know, being because you do a lot of shows, bro. You're traveling a lot. Like, do you have like you have to balance to say no to shows, or you're like, listen, I'm gonna get the bread. You said money's important, but how do you maneuver that around being a father and being present as well?
I haven't really done like I'll do shit like every other weekend or something.
Yeah.
But I really be turning shit down. Like the whole past year and a half, I really didn't tour.
Right.
Because I was working on 2 albums. That's why I was able to drop 2 albums.
Yeah.
So I'm with my son. As long as I'm home and my son sees me go to work and I come home and I sleep with him and he wakes up to me, then it feels good. You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely.
He knows I'm working. And then every time I get time, like at least 2-3 times a week, we spend real quality time with each other.
Nice.
Oh, that's what's
so
up,
you don't
man.
necessarily have like an off season where you're like, okay, I'm dedicating maybe 6 months and then
Fuck no.
okay.
Yeah, man.
Because it's studio, I'm working on merch, I'm doing like self-work, self-care, I'm like working out, I'm doing all types of stuff. So I mean, I make sure I spend quality time with him every week for sure.
I love that though, because I know we talked about that in LA too, and you're like, as long as he has like time with him, then like everything else is whatever. Like you don't see other people, or not kicking it with other people.
Yeah, if I'm not with my son or I'm not working like for money, I'm by myself 100%. I'm not like hanging out. I'm not wasting no time. So that's why I don't feel guilty either. As long as I'm not wasting no time, then my son knows I'm working. You feel me?
Absolutely. When it comes to both work and for leisure, where do you like to go, bro? Like when you're doing a show, obviously I know home is special to you, but have you been to a city where you're like, bro, this is the fucking vibe. Like I gotta come back here and do a show here.
And the last time I was in Australia, that shit was amazing.
Dang,
Australia?
Oh shit.
I stayed there for like 2 weeks, so it felt like I was living there.
How many shows did you do while you were there?
I did pretty much every major city over there.
Oh,
wow,
Perth, Sydney. I forgot the other ones. Perth, Sydney.
And you had like arenas out there too, or was it like smaller shows?
Like 2,000 caps.
Okay.
That's still a lot of people though, because he did 9.
In Australia, fuck yeah, that's a lot of
he
people.
did 9,000 at Who Wants to Smoke, and that was insane.
It's tight to see people like across the world, like
fucking with you like that.
I did Japan the other day too. That shit was
wow.
Oh, Japan has a huge hip hop culture though.
My fucking merch and shit. I was like, this shit's tight.
See, that's why I've always found that so interesting because we see here in the U.S. just the way people react to the music that's created here, but it's like you forget other countries really do pay attention.
Yeah, for sure.
But I feel like that's probably mind blowing. You've always talked about Japan too, just like how dope it is.
Well, Asian culture like loves hip hop. It's just like a huge thing. Even like
they
Vietnam and all
they
that.
love Spanish culture over there too.
Yeah, like right now Japan's having like a huge like cholo.
Yeah, they always have. I've always seen that my whole life. They always had like a cholo. Like it was hella cholos at my show in Japan.
That's great.
Yeah, like when I went to
Are
Thailand,
they Japanese cholo?
Yeah,
they're Japanese cholo.
No, but it's like full. Like even like I went to Thailand
they're
and they
Japanese like cosplaying Mexicans.
Yeah, no, for real. Like even like I was saying, in Thailand they had like the brows.
And they from real LA hoods though. Like
that's crazy, but they live there now.
Yeah.
No. They just got put on, but they from real LA hoods.
Oh shit. Okay.
The people that was at my show was from real hoods from my section. And
yeah. That is insane. That's great. What about when you just want to like wind down, like you just go somewhere just relax?
He meditates a lot.
You never do you?
Nah.
Man.
But you like to meditate though, yeah?
No, but I'm gonna unwind where I go because I go to beautiful places like Australia.
Right,
like I was just in Cabo for business. Like I go everywhere on business though.
That's good.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. I want to talk about the West Coast movement for a second, bro. How do you, as an artist that's from the West, and you see, obviously, you know, everybody's talking about all these artists from the West Coast right now. Is it a thing where you automatically have to shut out the noise when it comes to, you know, this West Coast and, you know, like for example, we'll talk about Kendrick and Drake for a second, right? Like you can still like both artists, but when it comes to speaking out about it, is it like I'm only speaking for the West because that's where I'm from, or do you publicly say, listen, man, I can fuck with this artist and fuck with this artist? How is that for you?
I fuck with everybody.
Okay, there you go. Yeah,
they ask me this shit all the time. I fuck with everybody.
Nice.
So
like,
you shut the noise out and just focus.
Yeah. Like I mean, like I'm here. Like my music, I feel like I'm here to like try to change lives. So and like put people in position. I put so many people in position. They're like, I don't talk about it or nothing. So like, if any of them want to put me in position, you feel me? I'm fucking with whoever put me in position.
For sure.
I love, man. That's real, bro. I feel like there's too much.
Because in turn, I'm gonna put way more people in position. You feel me?
Yeah.
One thing I hear you talk about is the youth, bro, a lot. You're talking about how, you know, you want kids to be able to, you know, feel comfortable being themselves and just, you know, what makes that so important to you? Like, you know, growing up, is that something that you always, you know?
Because I feel like growing up with no dad and like growing up in the street, we have no guidance. Like a bunch of us is misguided. Even my little homies, everybody be so misguided. I be trying to like give everybody advice, and like being at the level I'm at now in a different stage of my life, like I see how fucked up we are. How fucked up our thinking is growing up. So I just be trying to mold people and trying to guide them the right way.
What do you do in essence? Is it like, do you like try to mentor people, or like if someone hits you up and it's like, bro, listen to my music? Because I'm sure you get that all the time.
Not like that, but like in an interview, I'm gonna give out some good game. You feel me?
Okay.
Like you can hear my music and you can relate to it because you from the street. But when you watch me talk and you hear me talk, like that's not how I carry myself no more. Yeah. I'm just talking about my experience.
They get to know a deeper version.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Obviously, we go from the Shoreline, you know, to OhGeesy doing his own thing. Now you're back making music with Shoreline, bro. Talk about the transition real quick, because again, for someone like myself and for some listeners that are just now paying attention, you know, and maybe just now hearing the music for the first time, I hear a lot about your growth, and I have to go back and listen and pay attention and watch all the old footage, and you know, for me to catch up. But talk about the growth from getting started and then transitioning, you know, to just being OhGeesy and then going back.
Man, it's a lot of growth. Like I've been all over the world and back, and I'm blessed to be in this position I'm in, and like I just feel like I keep growing every day, and I keep doing self work. Like I feel like I'm never gonna be the best. I'm just always gonna get better.
What was that transition like? Oh, I would actually want to know, how was the background scenes for the breakup between you and Shoreline, and then you guys being like, actually, like, let's link up again. We're gonna make more music.
I feel like it was all just business related. Like it wasn't nothing bad. It wasn't no bad business. It was it just didn't make sense. So and I'm a businessman before anything. So
I know that you just headlined Who Wants to Smoke, and like, have you had like a damn, like I made it? Have you had that moment yet?
Nah.
No, still haven't had it.
What was like your biggest moment?
Coachella.
Gotta be Coachella.
I was gonna say Coachella.
Gotta be Coachella.
But I won't feel like I'm making it until like I'm doing arenas every night.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wait, so going back then, like that conversation coming back to it, like who set that up? Was it you or was it them, or like y'all just chop it and be like, hey, we should do it again?
Wait, who?
With Shoreline, getting the reunion.
Yeah.
Nah, we just that was something I was plotting for a minute. Like I was just waiting for the label to make a move, and then once the label did something, I was like, all right, come through. Like we've been plotting it behind the scenes for a minute. Yeah. So me and Phoenix linked back up. We had been talking about it for a long ass time. Yeah. Like we was never not cool.
Yeah,
right.
That's why I was wondering.
We just went did our own
like
shit.
Some beef or something.
That's important to know too, because people automatically think that.
We kept being kicking it again quiet. Yeah. So it was a big surprise. Like even the album and everything we did, like we kept that shit a secret for like 2 years.
Everyone was like, "What?"
I know.
I was surprised. I was like, "Whoa!"
It's interesting because you know, people don't really know what I say this all the time. People don't really know what happens behind the scenes because I remember specifically inquiring about booking y'all, and I was like, I don't know if they really talking like that is what I heard, but the whole time y'all was cool, but people don't understand what happens behind the scenes.
We ain't never had no real drama. Like it was just all business related.
But is it a situation though, even with linking back up, that you'll still do solo music and you
Yeah,
know, okay, so
sure.
yeah, it's you know, you still got your own things you're working on, but you still got
he got his own shit.
He
too.
got his
he,
exactly.
He independent. I'm signed to a label, so
Right.
he be doing
Oh,
whatever the fuck
okay.
he want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Hollywood, bro.
Yeah.
That shit going crazy.
Oh my God. I mean,
I love it.
these two fools, you know, put me onto the record.
We'll probably listen to it like
we
every day.
literally were
Me
telling
too.
him, we're like,
Me
why
too.
aren't we playing this in the morning yet? But obviously, like the song has to research, it has to like play through.
Yeah.
But once we got it on, we're like, hell yeah.
Yeah, we're on the air from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. We're like, play Hollywood.
So yeah, so
I
now
appreciate y'all.
we're playing it, man, and you know, it's definitely a privilege being the only hip hop station in Phoenix to be able to play the music that's just internationally known now. You know, the record's all over TikTok. Let's talk about this record. When did the conversation start happening for y'all to link with YG and put this together?
It was no conversation. I was just playing with my son one day. Like we was out all day for like maybe like 10 hours. I was
Okay.
exhausted. And then my manager calls me and he's like, yo, Ty said come to the studio. He needs you to come do something. So I was like, what the fuck? I was like, and then Ty never like, we've never got a studio session. Like we fuck with each other, but
Right.
we never. So I was like, this must be important. So I didn't want to go. I was exhausted. I spent the whole day playing with my son. I put my son to bed and I was like, all right, I'll be back. I gotta go to the studio. I went. Ty Dolla $ign played the beat. And he's like, yo, this for YG's album. I need you to do this. He's like, I hear you on this. He played the beat.
Fire.
And then my other homie went smoking and drinking. Fucking. I was like, all right, let's go.
I got this.
It just came together right away.
I need to know like that. You know how Gabe is talking about like having that moment, but like Ty obviously thought of you being like, dang, he's gonna rip it on this.
That's
track.
that's big.
So, like,
Yeah,
for
and
you
I
being
did that
like,
shit.
damn, that's
I think I
tight.
did it in like 10, 15 minutes, and Ty was like, what the fuck? Ty was like, I didn't know you rap like that.
But you didn't hear the whole thing come together right away.
No.
You did. So when did you hear the record?
We did that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
me and my homie Norm, we just did the whole shit in like 5-10 minutes after Ty played the beat.
Yeah.
And then YG got on it after.
And then now the
And then
record.
Phoenix got on it after that.
Right.
Like it wasn't all
That's so
together.
dope.
It wasn't printed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a record for you that you knew was about to be
Yeah,
out of here?
immediately.
You knew.
As soon as I
The
did
hook is out of here.
As soon as we recorded it and I heard it, I was like, yeah, it's out of here.
That's a straight like West Coast banger
Yeah.
though, like through and through
Yeah.
the music.
For
just all
sure.
of
The
it.
lyricism.
And I love how everyone outside the West Coast is
That's
like
what I'm
reacting
talking
to
about.
it, how they dancing to
Yeah.
it.
Because
It
let-
literally has
I
a-
saw someone on TikTok and they're like, "Oh, we're not doing the West Coast version. We're gonna do the East Coast version." And I was like, "What is this bum ass shit?" Like, it was not a
I
good
know.
dance.
It literally
but-
has like its own. I was like,
But it was cool though that like even people that aren't from obviously the West Coast like
Yeah.
are trying to adapt it to their culture or like their dance, you know, swag. So it was cool.
Well, if
I
I could,
love it. I love to see it.
I want to talk from the program director.
It's funny. I said that too. I was like, when we did the song, I was like, yo, it's gonna have people in New York crib walking to this
That's the
shit.
thing. from the radio programming perspective, bro. When I first came here, I started paying attention to what was going on the West Coast. And, you know, we put Geek League in. We were playing Heat Stick,
yeah.
you know, and I had people from over the country like, why are you playing these records? Like, well, these aren't national records. I'm like, you don't understand what's happening over here this
Yeah,
way. Now you got a record, bro, where people, you know, in Hartford, Connecticut, and Boise, Idaho, and, you know,
Not
all.
Hartford,
It's
Connecticut.
funny.
Oh, I'm just, you know, I gotta drop.
I've done shows in Hartford.
You know what I'm saying?
Connecticut.
Yeah.
I've done
And that's a small town.
Shout out
like
DJ
Hartford,
shows
too,
in
and it's
Boise,
small.
Idaho. Like I've been all over the world.
But
Yeah.
now, like, people that are closed-minded, radio people
Yeah,
that are
for
just
sure.
like, I don't know who this is, are now starting to pay
'Cause
attention.
They're like real office people.
Correct.
Y'all-
For
y'all like
sure.
real office people.
Yeah.
So it's hard to really be in tune with. And that's like the youth and the culture. So it's really hard to be in tune with it.
I saw I'm gonna pull back to TikTok. I saw a video where someone was like, "I did not know that OhGeesy was Mexican."
That's
I
that's
think you were
crazy.
You get that a lot?
black.
Nah, not that. Not what she said. Not that. Unless they haven't seen me for real.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but have you seen the other trend that everyone's saying that you look like Junie from Spy Kids?
Yeah, I seen that.
Everyone's like,
funny.
"Is that Junie?" I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, they be going crazy in my comments saying that shit.
How important is hearing your record on the radio to you? Because we live in a world now where, you know, streaming is big. You know what I'm saying? Like you can obviously become popping on the internet, and with people that don't get many much radio play, still has a record that's all over the place. Is it still special for you to have a song that gets played all over the radio?
To me, it's not something I never like look forward to. It's not nothing I ever wanted until Geek Elite hit the radio. And then I
And
heard
you're like, oh, shit.
I literally still right now I could turn on the radio in LA and I'm still gonna hear myself, and
Yeah.
that made it special for me.
And I know you don't ever get tired of it at this point, no matter how much it plays.
That's dope.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
yeah,
That's dope as
didn't
fuck.
want that before. Like that's not something I ever looked for. Like I knew like what we do and what we have is special. So I knew we didn't need the radio or nothing for it.
Mm.
So to be played on the radio now is crazy.
When
Because we still not switching up our style. We keeping everything authentic.
Yeah.
True to ourselves. So to have the radio play like our authentic stuff, and we don't have to try to make a pop record or something. Like,
that's important. You obviously got a show tonight here in Phoenix. What can people expect if they've never been to either OhGeesy or a Shoreline show? But let's talk about you for a second. OhGeesy, what can they expect for those that are like, bro, I've never been to a show. I didn't see the Coachella performance, but I want to go. I like the music.
A lot of energy.
Okay.
A lot of energy.
Yeah, he goes crazy in the show.
I mean, I can speak for myself. That shit was choreographed and everything, bro.
It's just fun. Like I feel like I make my show because I know how to make people have a good time. Like if I host a club, the whole club gonna have a good time. It's gonna be like the best night at the club. So I make my shows like that. So people come to the show and they be like, "Yo, this is the best time ever." It's like a real party or something.
Yeah, like so I work with my boy Dario, and we've been booking him at the clubs for like the last few years. And the way that you engage with your crowd and your audience is just so
the interaction is so important.
Yeah, like literally from like the clubs when we did Tucson.
Because I would hate to be a fan and come watch a rapper come smoke weed.
Yeah. But you actually engage, and I think that's dope. And I think that's how your crowd, engages with you.
I was gonna say, the Who Want the Smoke, he didn't go on until a little later. And I remember like people like we were like right next to the crowd. People were like, "Dang, like it's taking forever." But as soon as he came up, they were like, "I don't even care." Like, everyone knows
like, we're not tired no more.
It's a good time. It's a good time. I bring a lot of energy, and I make sure like that everybody leaves with a good time.
How long did it take to plan the Coachella performance? Like I said, that shit was choreographed, and you had like the fucking dancers.
How long did it take to plan? I don't know, like a few months, but we really locked in like the week before. It was
really?
Like, we was like fucking around, like just throwing ideas out, everything, like even the opening video and everything. But the week before, it was like, all right, let's lock everything down. We didn't decide to add all the homies to the week before. Like,
that's what's up.
We started doing because it was gonna be just a straight Shoreline set. Like obviously, Shoreline Mafia, Coachella, our first Coachella.
Right.
And then we doing rehearsal, and I was like, man, fuck that. I said I want to bring all the homies out. So hit up all the homies and make that happen.
That shit went crazy. That was dope to see.
We was all wearing camo. All the homies wearing camo.
It was super dope. What's next for you, bro? I mean, I'm not gonna say anything about the record I just heard, but I'm just gonna say it's out of here. What's next for you?
That record, and then probably I'm gonna try to drop another solo album before the year ends. So that'll be
before this year ends.
Yeah, so that'll be 3 projects in 1 year.
Yeah, you just did a solo album. Yeah. What was it like, real quick? Because I'm a huge Junior H fan. What was it like, kind of like combining both musical genres together?
That shit it was like super organic. Like I didn't ask him to get on the song. Yeah. This is what happened. Like I met him years ago, and he told me how much he looked up to me, how much he fucked with me.
Oh, that's dope.
So we just been fucking with each other. His team was like, "Yo, send us some music." I sent him that song.
Yeah.
And he just got on it. He threw himself on it.
No way.
Yeah, I didn't even know. They played it for me and it was done. I was like, what the fuck?
And even that was
I was at his birthday party. He had like a privada, and I went to go sing for him. Like,
that's dope.
Like, you know how they be doing it?
Yeah.
I went and I did my own shit over there. So it was like,
I seen videos.
It was like a full circle moment.
That's cool.
And then that night they showed me that song, and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, so you heard it for the first time that night?
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Do you like collaborations to organically happen, bro, or is it something that,
just like that?
Because I feel like everybody's like, oh, what's your dream collaboration? But I feel like asking an artist that, it's like, bro, of course I want to fucking collaborate with XYZ.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like for you, man, I can tell you probably get excited just when shit just comes together. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I feel like that's how all my shit do. It just come together. Like I don't really look to collaborate with no one, even the homies. Like if it happened, it happened. Like me and YG be around each other a lot. We don't be trying to work on music. Like we be kicking it.
Yeah. And then here you go, got the record.
Exactly, got a hit record.
How do you feel with everything going on with like the raids and everything? Because it's going through LA neighborhood.
It's really bad. Like my grandma can't even come out the house.
Yeah.
So like my dad's been deported, not because of this, because he's a felon, but but yeah, it's fucked up. It's a fucked up situation. My grandma has to literally. We told her stay in the house today. They was literally in the area where she's at.
Wow.
So that's a fucked up situation.
Do people like through your social channels or anything like tell you to speak out? Because like there's not a lot of artists that will come out and say something because they're obviously
I posted a few things, but it's like.
But do people like pressure you?
No, not really. I seen a few comments, but I mean I was posting, I'm showing love, and I'm letting it be known that I'm going through the same shit. My grandma could be deported, like if she gets caught walking down the street. Like,
it's just so interesting because I remember like so many artists, especially in the hip hop community, were speaking out, about Trump, like in support of Trump. And now you're seeing, because I would hate for that to divide. I always talk about this on the show. Like I hate when it divides people because you got artists that rock with Trump. You got artists that don't.
That's why I'm not into politics. I don't pay attention to none of that.
I was gonna say, I was like, because you don't seem like the type to be in politics. Like on our show, like we try to, like me, I'm super political.
I'm in my own world.
And,
If,
like,
if this
he
shit
always be
wasn't like
telling me-
on blast and on the news, I wouldn't even know what was going on.
Yeah, like he's always like, we have to be careful because we got listeners on both sides of the aisle.
I don't watch
But I was like, I
TV,
wonder how that
don't,
affects you or like your team and stuff. Because
I'm
obviously-
affected just like everybody else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's a great question. All right, bro. I want to end with this, man. For those that have very little and limited experiences being in LA, I know you're from East Hollywood, right? Let's talk about your hood for a second here. What is a must-try spot when they go to your hood?
You got to come back to this interview because you got to go to the spot. It's Mario's Peruvian food.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
On Vine,
Mario's Peruvian food.
on Vine and Melrose.
Vine and
Oh,
Melrose.
shit.
And get a plate of lomo saltado.
Okay, what is that?
It's steak, potatoes,
Oh.
rice. Fire
That's
though.
right on my
Fire
alley.
though.
I'm
Anytime
going back
I
in
eat
August, so I'm
Peru-
gonna try that.
Yeah.
Anytime I eat
Fire,
Peruvian
fire.
food, I just get their ceviche.
My whole label came out the other day, like to have a meeting, and I took them all to Mario's, and they was like, "Oh, this is fire." They all from New York,
Yeah.
So they was like, "Nah, we
Dang.
don't fucking know food. Y'all don't got no good food." I took them to Mario's.
Of
They was like,
course.
"Okay, we fucking." Dang.
Dang.
Is this only one location?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
there
so,
you go.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
that one organic.
That's like a mom and pop spot, like a little hole in the wall spot.
Got you.
Fire though. I've been eating there since I was a kid.
Well, I will tell you some spots, but you're trying to stay away from certain things, so you know.
Tell me, what spot you got? I
Man,
wanna see.
I'm not
I want to
from-
see what you talking
Yeah.
about. I wanna see what
No,
you-
we
ask
are
him
like,
shit.
Ask me, bro.
No, first off, he's from Ohio,
He'll
so he
send
don't know
records.
nothing
That's
about
why I know you're
Arizona.
not
They
gonna
do
tell
this
me
to me
that. I
every
know
day.
you're not gonna tell me nothing
he'll
good.
give us
I'm
recommendations, and we're like, hell no.
They do this to me every day because
You've taken us to eat at some whack ass place.
Bro, no, that's-
bro.
in LA or over here.
Here.
He's like, oh,
I don't know
let's go
anything.
eat some good ass food, and it's like some white owned Mexican joint. I'm
Bro,
like, what
no,
the
wait a minute.
hell?
Hell no.
Y'all don't got good food, good Mexican food here.
well,
Yes,
I mean,
The
yes,
best-
hold on.
You gotta go to the ghetto. You gotta go to Maryville.
These-
You gotta go to
these
like
are like the
up
whole
the
of
west
Las
side. You
Vegas.
can't stay downtown.
AZ, San Diego, the Bay, y'all don't got good Mexican food. LA got the best Mexican.
you tell them
LA
why.
got
you
the
gotta
best
go,
Mexican
No,
food.
you gotta go between
LA.
43rd and 75th
Yes.
Avenues. That's like Latino, straight up,
Hole in
like
the wall.
the hood. Like that's
Yeah.
what
I
you're
go
like.
to
You
hole
gotta
in the
go
wall
over
spots.
there.
Y'all don't got good Mexican
You're
food.
tripping. You
Oh,
gotta
okay.
go.
LA got the best Mexican
I'm gonna
food.
personally send you a list.
LA does have the best, but LA is like no one compares to LA.
Yeah.
LA has the best Mexican food, period.
LA has
do.
the best
Yeah.
food, period. Like
In the
No,
entire
not
country.
good food. Period. There's
Not
not
even
that
entire
much good.
the
It's
best
not that much
Salvadorian
good
food, the best Mexican food,
The best Mexican
hella
food.
Thai
for
food
sure.
there.
I don't like Thai food.
I'm playing.
Best Mexican food.
Well, there you go, man. Hey, have a great show tonight.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for stopping by
Yeah.
Power, man. We've been playing your music, bro. I made it a point when I came here and became the program director to really start playing
I
OhGeesy,
appreciate
man.
that. Thank you.
And I'm really excited to see what you do the rest of this year.
Yeah.
Make sure when you come back. Matter of fact, when the album drops, you should come back.
Yeah.
Come back.
100%. 100%.
It's fucking hour flight. Bring you
100%.
back. All right, OhGeesy, man. J&J in the morning.
I might be back next weekend.
There we
Yeah.
go. Hey, make sure you have carbs then too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?